Yo, this is your boy Keith here in the house. Happy Saturday evening to all my viewers on this amazing channel. Today we are doing a matchup between the all-time Detroit Pistons taking on the all-time Bulls. The Detroit Pistons will be going down to the 773 and the 312 in America's third largest city, also known as the Windy City. I'd love to go to Chicago someday, but I've never been to Chicago nor Detroit. I'd like to go to those two cities, but moving on, we got, for my Detroit Pistons, we got Isiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, Grant Hill, Ben Wallace, and Bob Lanier. I wish Dennis Rodman was also on this starting five for the Detroit Pistons, and Richard Hamilton. And for the Chicago all-time Bulls, they got the Chicago Kid, Derrick Rose from Edgewood, Chicago, Michael Jordan, the GOAT, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, and Artis Gilmore. Oh, before I say this, if there are two Dennis Rodmans, so if I say Dennis Rodman 10, I'm referring to him on the Detroit Pistons. If I'm referring to him as Dennis Rodman 91, he is on the Chicago Bulls. So, without further ado, we'll see you guys at tip-off time. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Bob Lanier and Artis Gilmore of the Chicago Bulls, and the Chicago Bulls win the tip-off. MJ the GOAT. I did watch the Last Dance, and the Detroit Pistons were on a lot during this rivalry, and I even remember in one of the episodes of the documentary, the 10-part documentary, one of the parts, him saying in the 89 finals that they were a big rivalry, and I do have to agree with that. I mean, they're from hours and hours, they're like hours away in their geographic region, but the thing that caught my attention about MJ against the Pistons is that they hated them. They hated each other in the 80s and 90s. And still, to this day, MJ still hates the Detroit Pistons. It is now 8-6, and he's going to pass it off to MJ. Derrick Rose, the Chicago native, does not make it in. And then we got Ben Wallace. Wallace is going to make it in for 3. And it is now 11-6. Dennis Rodman, 91, is going to pass it off to MJ. And then Derrick Rose. He's also I just said he's the Chicago native. But do you know who also is a Chicago native? Isiah Thomas, number 11 of the Detroit Pistons, is also a Chicago native. And it is now 14-8. And MJ of his Chicago Bulls is going to pass it off to D-Rose. I feel like he's the most improved Chicago Bull ever since MJ left them. And he makes the 3, and it is now 11-14. I was going to play the Bulls, but then I changed my mind and decided to do the Pistons because the Pistons are at my top 5 on my favorite teams. First, it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Second, it's the Philadelphia 76ers. Third, it's the Toronto Raptors. Fourth is the Detroit Pistons. And number 5 will be, I would have to say, the Houston Rockets. Because of James Harden and Russell Westbrook. And he's going to pass it off to D-Rose, and then D-Rose is going to... Oh, and he makes it in on time. Now I'm going to pass it off to Isiah Thomas, and then I'm going to pass it off to Ben Wallace. And they will shoot it in for 3, and it is now 23-15 in Chicago. Dennis Rodman, 91, dunks it in for 2 points. It is now 17-23. Hopefully we can get at least 9 points ahead to begin off the second quarter. And D Rose, where is he going to shoot it at? I hope he tries to attempt a three, but I think he's just going to handle with the ball until the quarter is over. Excuse me. And now Isiah Thomas is going to go up and he will dunk it in, and that is not enough time. The score now is the Detroit Pistons 26, the Chicago Bulls 17. We are going to take a break, and we will see you guys at the 110 mark this time. I'm changing it up to 110. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back into action. All right, now I'm going to pass it off to Dennis Rodman 10. And there's a foul in play. It's on Luol Deng from England. I'm going to pass it off to Isiah Thomas, and I'm going to pass it off to Dennis Rodman 10. And Dennis Rodman 10 is going to make this. I'm going to make it a little bit brighter so you guys can see it better. I know it's a really dark court floor, but I don't really like this color court floor for the Chicago Bulls team. I wish it was like lighter, like the Los Angeles Lakers one. At Luol Deng, I think he's going to pass it off to D Rose. And there's a foul on the play. It's on Chauncey Billups. And it's now 36-34. The Bulls have caught up to us. But will he make it in? No, he will not. Blake Griffin, who is now with the Pistons, was on the Clippers, and he shoots this in for three. Right in. 8-0 run for the last 43 seconds. And now Horace Grant will dunk this in. And I'm going to use Chauncey Billups, the Denver, Colorado native, and he will shoot this in for three. It is now 42-36. This game is going intense so far. But do you know who will win at the end? All right, D Rose just wants the possession. And now there's a foul on the play for Isiah Thomas, and he will get two chances at the free-throw line. Chance one, missed. Will chance two count for this Chicago Edgewood native of Chicago neighborhood? And I'm gonna pass it off to Rip Hamilton, who was well known for his face mask, and my battery's low, so I'll have to charge it. All right, now I'm going to use Rip Hamilton, and I don't think he will make it in on time. There is an official review. There is a review that Rip Hamilton should at least get it in, but we are going to watch this review. I don't think this has ever happened before, but call overturned, and it is halftime. We do not get the ball. I apologize. So now we're winning 44-38 at the half, and we will see you guys at the second half. All right, ladies and gents, we are back into action. I got Isiah Thomas, and I'm going to pass it off to Joe Dumars. And then Dumars, I think, will make it in for 2 points. It is now 46-38 at the third quarter. And there's a foul, and it's on Bob Lanier. First foul of the game. Dennis Rodman, 91, passes off to Derrick Rose. And he will make it in. I'm going to pass it off to Isiah Thomas. We are at 100% in field goal shots. That's an A+. And now we're at a 49-point lead. A 9-point lead, excuse me. I was talking about the 9 points itself. But, oh, he blocked it. It was Ben Wallace who blocked the ball. So, You know what? I'm thinking we're going to call a timeout here. All right, ladies and gents, we are back into action. All right, now Rip Hamilton, the guy who is familiarized with his face mask on the basketball court. He wore it every single game starting, I believe, the year 2003. Winter of 03, I'd have to say. But, all right, now I'm going to pass it off to Dennis Rodman 10. Dennis Rodman 10 will, I think, make it in for 2 points. Now, and D. Rose has the ball. He's going to pass it off to Dennis Rodman 91. And MJ, Dennis Rodman 10 gets a foul on his future teammate, whom he has the colored hair. He was iconically categorized by his iconic colorful hair. But now I'm going to go back and I'm going to make Rip Hamilton shoot it in for 3. And now it is 56-44. We have got to score at least 60-some points. So now I think Armstrong has the ball. He's going to use Jimmy Butler, who now plays for the Miami Heat. And I'm going to use Rip Hamilton. I'm going to pass it off to... BJ Armstrong has the ball. Miss it. Yes. And now Blake Griffin has the chance to shoot this in for 3, and it is now 59-47. And now MJ, I think, will make a shot. No, he will not. And Dennis Rodman 10 has that. I'm going to pass it off to Dennis Rodman 10. Oh, he does not make it in. MJ has the ball. He's going to pass it off to Jimmy Butler. And he will make this in. But I hope Blake Griffin makes it in for 3. And it is now 62-49. We're winning by 13 points here. And BJ Armstrong is going to go up. And Dennis Rodman 91 is going to have to pass it. And he's going to pass it off to Dennis Rodman. And Rodman will make it in for 3 points. It is now 65-51. And this is the end of the third quarter. We're going to take a break. We'll see you guys at the 120 mark in the fourth quarter. And your player of the game is Isiah Thomas from the Chicago kid in his hometown. But I will have to give some credit out there. Well, today I'm going to give out 3 MVP awards to 3 great players on this Pistons franchise. I will give credit for Isiah Thomas. I will have to say also another one of the 2 other players I would have to say would be Chauncey Billups. And then Rip Hamilton for the last one. So, I think this is going to be a really close matchup. We are going to win this game. By the way, 92. This will hopefully be our 95th point of the game, and it is. This game has gone flyed by past. This game went fast. I mean, BJ Armstrong makes it in. I'm going to try to make it to the other side of the court. There's Rip Hamilton. And will Hamilton make it in? Yes, he will. It is now 98-65. All right, now we're back into action. It is now 103-65 in this game. BJ Armstrong is going to have the ball. And the Detroit Pistons win it in Chicago, ladies and gentlemen. It was a really close game. Final score was 103-65. There are 3 MVPs in this game. I know the player of the game was Isiah Thomas. I will include Isiah Thomas, Rip Hamilton, and Chauncey Billups, and we will show you statistics in just a moment. Thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Please leave a like on all my videos. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everyone. Have a great Saturday evening. So, Rip Hamilton had 22 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists. Isiah Thomas had 17 points, 1 rebound, 8 assists, and 1 steal. He was like nearly this close from getting a triple-double. Ben Wallace had 17 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, and 1 block in the game. Chauncey Billups had 17 points, 1 assist, and this is why I gave credit to these 3 players. Blake Griffin had 15 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Dennis Rodman had 10 points, 2 rebounds. Michael Jordan had 15 points, 4 assists. Dennis Rodman had 13 points, 1 rebound, and 3 dunks. Derrick Rose had 11 points, 1 rebound, and 1 dunk. Jimmy Butler had 10 points, 2 assists, and 1 dunk. Scottie Pippen had 5 points and 2 rebounds. And I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everyone. Have a great Saturday evening.